Hello everyone, so I am on my way to Birmingham Hippodrome to see Matthew Bourne's Swan Lake tonight, and I am so excited about it. I've seen it once before and I loved it, so I can't wait to see what this company do with it. And I'm going to take you along with me and show you the theatre and my experience, and then I will review it afterwards and let you know what I think. So, oh my god, Swan Lake was amazing. It's the next day and I've slept on it and my mind is still blown. It was just absolutely incredible. I've made a list of notes, but it's basically just everything was amazing. Because it really was. So I saw Matthew Bourne's Swan Lake, which for anyone who doesn't know, is a take on the original ballet, Swan Lake, and uses all of the same music by Tchaikovsky. So it takes aspects of the original ballet but completely turns it on its head. So in the original ballet, the swans are all played by women in their tutus and it's all very, you know, prima ballerina. Whereas in Matthew Bourne's version, all of the swans are played by men. And the love story is normally a heterosexual man and a woman fall in love. But in this version, it is the male prince and the male swan who fall in love, which means you get absolutely gorgeous snippets of like men dancing together, and it's just, oh, it is just beautiful. I actually studied Matthew Bourne's Nutcracker in A-level dance, so I have loved his work for years, and I just think everything he does is incredible and he's a genius, and so is the entire team behind these productions. But anyway, I'm gonna get on with the review because I could literally gush about this show all day. So the best thing about Swan Lake and Matthew Bourne's work in general for me is that everything is purposeful. Sorry. Oh, I'm losing my voice. Everything is purposeful. So costume, set, lighting, movement, literally everything that you see is purposeful, and it just, the attention to detail and like the little moments that are just so funny and unexpected, it's amazing. You wouldn't think Swan Lake's going to be funny, but honestly there are moments of this show that are hilarious. Like, we were literally laughing out loud. One of the funniest things for me was the character, the girlfriend. The girlfriend was played by Katrina Linden last night when I saw it, and she was hilarious. So the girlfriend is quite a like ditzy blonde character, and like she just is obsessed with the fact that she's like anywhere near the prince, and like she's so not royal, and the queen is like, what are you doing? And it's just, the character is hilarious, and I think she did it really, really well. And it sprinkles, because the story of Swan Lake is quite dark, but the girlfriend kind of sprinkled bits of humour and sort of brought the mood back up a little bit, I think. And the movement of the girlfriend ties into what I said about everything being purposeful, is just so funny, because everyone else is very poised and like dancer, and like there's times where she just walks across the stage and she's like, just really, I don't know, I can't describe how amazing this show is. You'll probably all be aware of the most famous, I would say the most famous ballet scene in the world, where the four cygnets do the little thing in Swan Lake. And in Matthew Bourne's version, obviously they're male, and they are hilarious. So it's four men come on and they're like stamping their feet, and it's like so against what the original is, and it was just so funny. And they were like, that's probably a highlight for me, was that bit. I thought the movements were really funny. They pulled it off, like the facial expressions of just like not really caring. It was so funny. I'm making this sound like it was a comedy. It was not a comedy, but there are moments of humour in it, which for me were the standout bits, hence why I am talking about them, I guess. I am obsessed with the Prince and the Swan love story. I think not only is it great that Matthew Bourne stepped out of the box and included a gay love story in a traditional ballet, but it gives us amazing moments of two men dancing together. They are so strong and so beautiful, and they dance together, and it just creates magic. It fills you with like hope, and it fills you with joy and love, and not even to mention how beautiful it is to look at and to watch. Like, oh, they were just exceptional. The two performers who played the Prince and the Swan were incredible, so together they were just even better. So the Swan was played by Will Bozier, and the Prince was played by Dominic North, and they were both absolutely exceptional. They were cast so well, and like the costumes, the way the characters are created by the performer and the costume and the movement, and it all just works so well together, and you really like root for them, or I did anyway. I just thought they were amazing, and I think it's such a shame that we don't see same-sex partners, couples, whatever you want to call them, dancing together very often, because for me it was so beautiful, and I just wanted to see more of it. I don't know, there was just something absolutely beautiful about two strong, elegant men dancing together. I just absolutely loved it. I thought it was amazing. I thought the use of the set and how it transitions between scenes and things spin and create other things, and the whole set was just incredible, just absolutely incredible, and so clever. I love how exaggerated everything is in Matthew Bourne's work, and I think it works really well. The lighting complements it as well with the shadows in some scenes, and I just think, oh, it's great. We should play a drinking game. You should drink every time I say Swan or great or beautiful. You'll be sloshed. The costumes are amazing in general. They all work so well within the scenes. Like at the royal ball, for example, everyone's in black apart from the Queen, who is in red, and it makes her stand out, but also all the blacks are different and kind of represent where the people are supposed to be from. Oh, just so clever. But the one that I just have to make a big deal out of is the Swan's costume, because A, there's not much of it, so we get to see some strong muscly bodies, but also it's just so clever. The little thing down the head, and the trousers with the like ruffles, they're not ruffles, I don't know how to describe clothes, all just work really well together with the movement. And I think like there was a bit where they were all like, you know, being swanny, and they'd like twitch their back leg, and you felt like you were watching a bird or an animal, and I just thought it was amazing. I think it's quite minimalist in the sense that they're literally just wearing trousers, but it works so well, and it's strong, and it like really helps with the characterization, I think. In that royal ball scene, I thought the princesses were amazing, and the Swan is there but as the stranger, so he's not actually a swan, he's a human at that point, but he's there, and he in turn dances with all of the women at this party, and they're all princesses because it's a royal ball, and the prince is like longing for him while he's dancing with all these women and like, dance with me. But the women were amazing because they were so elegant and strong and powerful, but also funny when they needed to be, and like really sexy. Like that scene got a little bit raunchy, and I was so there for it because it was amazing. So yeah, I had to give a shout out to the princesses, who were played by members of the female ensemble. It was just amazing. In the fourth act, which is the prince's bedroom, the standout bit for me is when the swans come on, which I feel like is supposed to be the standout bit, but whatever. And like they come from under the bed, and they're all like so powerful and scary. And then the main swan, the prince's swan, comes up through the bed, which is so clever, and the movement he did was like just expressed so much. And then the scene that comes after that with the swans all attacking the prince and the main swan, oh, just it like was so, I couldn't take my eyes off it. It was amazing, just how they all moved together, and like you really feel you feel so much watching it, and for a piece where nothing is said, there's not a single word apart from shh in the whole thing. Oh, and hurrah. Okay, there's a few words in it, but for something that doesn't use words, like for a piece that doesn't use words, you feel so much and you feel so attached to these characters. And spoiler alert coming up, if you haven't seen Swan Lake, this is a big spoiler. But right at the end when the prince dies, that bit was like really emotional. Like when the queen comes back in and is like crying over him, but the whole time has refused to show him any affection, and he's just there dead and she's crying, and it's like he wanted you to hug him the whole time and you didn't, and now it's really sad because he's dead, and it's really sad. And then all of a sudden the lights come up behind the bed and the swan has got the prince in his arms, and you know they're together and they will be forever and everything is fine and happy. So it's really emotional, that bit. But that moment where the lights come on and you just see the swan holding the prince, I literally wanted to just like get up and applaud. It was amazing. It was so, so good. The bows of a show always get me emotional. I don't know why, I find it really emotional, but last night it literally, from the moment the curtain went down, everyone, like the whole theatre was applauding, and I don't think we stopped until the curtain came down again after the bows. We just clapped the whole way through. It was exceptional. They got a standing ovation from quite a lot of the theatre, including me, and they totally deserved it. It was such an incredible performance. Oh, it was just amazing. This review is rubbish because all I can say is how amazing it was and how much I enjoyed it, because it's true. That is how I felt and that is how I still feel. I think it's absolutely incredible, and I implore you, please, if you are in Birmingham, to go and see Swan Lake. I feel inspired by it. Like, I left last night and I literally wanted to change my life. Like, I wanted to do things and like improve myself. So if you're looking for a bit of inspiration, go and see Matthew Bourne's Swan Lake. I think that's all I have to say. I just thought it was incredible. And I hope you go and see it, and I hope you enjoy it if you do go and see it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and you can subscribe below. There's going to be plenty more theatre content coming your way, as well as Disney vlogs from when I worked in Florida for 2 months, and general lifestyle stuff as well. There's a lot coming your way, so please subscribe, and you can follow me on social media at any of the links that are in my description, but also hopefully on the screen if I remember to do that. And I will see you next time with another video. Bye!